please, 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 please. Well, we just came from the roof. Literally from the roof in the rain, but it was important because we were announcing a power purchase agreement that will put the district at the forefront of municipal governments in purchasing solar power for powering our own buildings. So we add this to our groundbreaking deal about purchasing wind energy to power our own buildings. So now with this agreement that we announced today, 40% of the energy that we use in government buildings will be provided by renewables. So that's a good thing. So the other very good thing that we're working on today, and I'm grateful for all of you for being here, is to double down on the district's commitment to ending AIDS. In acknowledgement of World AIDS Day, I am going to sign on behalf of all of us the Fast Track Cities Pledge. And it is a proclamation that aligns perfectly with our goals and the pledges that we've made, and I'm honored that you're all here to witness it. I'm joined today by Deputy Mayor of Health and Human Services, Brenda Donald, who is here. So in addition to Brenda's responsibility of leading our Health and Human Services cluster, Brenda's here because she's on ride-along day with the mayor. And so directors and deputy mayors are taking a turn riding along with me for a day so that they can walk in my shoes. And she got to walk up a ladder to the roof today. But that's what I tell them. But really what Ride Along Day is an opportunity for me to spend some time with them picking their brains. We have been very lucky to recruit an excellent staff, and I don't get to see them as much as I would like. So Brenda, she kind of got a medium-sized straw because we started at 10 and we'll end about 10. Something like that. And I also want to acknowledge our doctor, Dr. LaQuandra Nesbitt, who leads our Department of Health. Please give her a round of applause. So I don't have to remind you of the history, but 32 years ago, the first case of HIV was diagnosed in Washington, D.C. So our nation's cities became the epicenter of the epidemic. We lost too many friends, too many neighbors, too many family members. And there was a time when we could not fathom HIV-free generation. But thanks to the determination and hard work of countless individuals, we are on the verge of making that a reality. Here in D.C., we have seen tremendous progress, and I want to thank everybody who's been involved in that fight, and I always want to acknowledge our LGBTQ director, Sheila Alexander Reed, Walter Smith from D.C. Appleseed, and all of the partners who have joined the government and sometimes pulled the government along to do the things that will get us to where we are and where we're going to be by 2030. And while we know that we have some great statistics to report, there is one that I repeat often, and that is in 2013, there were no babies born with HIV. And that's a good thing. So, but we know that there are too many people in Washington, D.C. who don't know their status, right? And there are still people who aren't getting the care they need. And there's still people who think maybe it won't happen to them if they're not taking care of themselves. So this year we launched an unprecedented effort with DC Appleseed, and we call it 90-90-90-50, which means 90% of people with HIV will know their status. 90% of persons with HIV will receive treatment. 90% of people with HIV will achieve a viral load suppression. and we will reduce the number of new cases by 50% by 2020. So in the meantime, we will continue to aggressively address the root cause of HIV infection, such as risk, vulnerability, and transmission. We will use proven, tried, and true strategies. We will continue to partner with our medical providers, community members, and persons living with HIV. And we will benefit from our new cutting-edge science supported by our new Center for AIDS Research. So, folks, on behalf of the residents of the District of Columbia, I will put my signature on this pledge, but more than that, I want to make sure we have a great team, make sure that the private and community teams that we need to support the work that we do are in place, are supported, and are making a difference in this fight. And so now with that, I want to invite Jose Zuniga, who is the president of the International Association of Providers of AIDS Care, to say a few words. And I think Dr. Zuniga is also going to join me at the table. Dr. Zuniga.
Mayor Bowser, thank you so very much. My thanks to you as the mayor of this great district, to your government, and to the people who have taken to heart your leadership to end AIDS in the District of Columbia. It's possible. We have the tools at our disposal to do so, and I'm honored on behalf of the core partners of the Fast Track Cities Initiative to welcome you to a network of cities that are committed to accelerating their local AIDS responses. 90-90-90 is achievable, so is the 50 that you've set out as a leader. And as important, we must strive to eliminate the stigma and discrimination that serve as barriers to not only accessing the services you're providing, but the utilization of them as well. So again, on behalf of the core partners, thank you for your leadership. Welcome to the network of Fast Track Cities.